the team gave you the game ball after the win tonight. I'm assuming that's what that is there. What did that gesture mean to you on a night like tonight?
It meant a lot to me. I've always wanted this team to understand how important unity and camaraderie was, and that was a moment, that made me proud, and especially for someone like my brother and D'Lo, I was just so soaked in the moment of winning the game, and we did it so well defensively. J.O. was amazing, Malik Beasley, all these guys really stepped up when we needed to, but for D'Lo to come to me in the last seconds to say, "Don't throw the ball, keep the ball. That's for moms. That's for moms." It meant a lot for someone like him to remember that and take that into consideration.
John, go ahead.
Karl, how did you just manage your emotions through the game? I mean, it was kind of, a little ragged, a little rough to start, and then you really took over down the stretch.
Yeah. When you, being honest, when you go through what I've been through, you just find a different source of strength. I don't know how to explain it, but, I made a promise to these guys to be here for them. And no matter how bad my situation is and how fucked up my life is, I'm going to keep being here for these guys, regardless what it is. And I'm going to let them see me smile, even though inside I'm not smiling whatsoever. I owe that to these guys as a leader, and I owe that to them as a teammate. I just want to be here for them. And off the court, when we're now in that court practicing or playing this game, I want to be there for them in their lives. And, when I have time for myself, I'll be there with my family.
Karl, how much do you feel that they're there for you as well right now?
I mean, they're there for me. I don't think I've been able to make it through warm-ups or intros this season yet, and I don't know how it's gonna go. That woman meant the world to me, more than y'all will ever know and write. So, that I wouldn't be sitting in this chair if I wasn't for her. I wouldn't be alive. She saved my life multiple times when I didn't think I would get here, and that's why I think that it's such a different pain than even y'all recognize.
Jace, go ahead.
Karl, what did this team show you in the fourth quarter tonight? It wasn't always easy tonight. There were ups, there were downs, but the way you guys were able to pull through, especially those last 8 minutes, play as well as you did at the end of a difficult game at times. What did that say about this group? What did that show you?
We grew up, man. And David Vanderpool, our assistant coach, pulled us all together when we were talking to each other and said, it's time to grow up. We got to get this win. And, it started off where it always needs to start off on the defensive end. We got some stops, and offensively, we made the plays that we needed to make to get some baskets and build the lead.
We'll go Pierre and then Dane. Pierre, go ahead.
Karl, Ryan and Gerson talked a lot about, adding depth and with depth being so important this season. I know it's only one game, but with the second unit coming on, how much confidence do you have in that second unit to come in after the way you saw them play tonight?
Listen, the one thing is those men we have in that locker room, they're ready to go, and every single one of them is ready to contribute to this team's success. So those guys in the locker room, they played amazing today. And even the people who didn't play, the way they cheered, the way they helped us lift our spirits, especially me, after that, moving moment of silence from my family. I knew it was going to be bad for me because the team had showed my dad yesterday. My dad called me with red eyes, so I already knew it was not going to be good for me. But those guys, man, I can't say enough about them. We got an amazing locker room. That's a credit to Gers and Ryan, and Ryan, the culture he's built, and Gers for the players that he's put in that locker room to live in that culture.
Dane, go ahead.
Karl, it seems like the way that you've described this has been so one day at a time. And I'm curious how that compares to maybe what your mentality was as far as days or games at a time in past seasons. Do those things contrast?
you know what? I don't even recognize most of my other games and the years I played and how I felt those days. Um, if I could be honest with y'all for a second, I mean, I don't really recall or really care. I only know what happened from April 13th on, because you may see me smiling and stuff, but that Carl died on April 13th. He's never coming back. I don't remember that man. I don't know that man. I don't know. You're talking to the physical me, but my soul has been killed off a long time ago. So I want to really answer your question. I really do, but I only know how I feel from April 13th on. And to say it's been day by day is probably an understatement. I think it's more moment by moment. I'm very fortunate. Like I said on TV, I got the kids, who's my niece and nephew, at the house waiting for me. My sister, who has been with me and always been my mom's favorite. She says she wasn't. It was me. I think it's her. That's his brother and sister. But I like, again, I want to answer your question, but that man you're talking about from April 13th before, I don't know him. I don't recall any